This is the Hamilton Mall, located in Mays Landing, New Jersey. Opened in 1987 at the dizzying cost of $100 million, it was once the undisputed premier shopping destination of South Jersey. A monument to American excess, this sprawling, two-story citadel was anchored by three retail titans. Sears, the first to fall, shutting its doors in 2018. JCPenney followed shortly after, closing in 2019. Today, only the iconic Macy's stands as the last beacon of hope, a single flame flickering in the vast, echoing silence. The Hamilton Mall has fully succumbed to its tragic fate, earning the grim title of a dead mall. With barely 30% of its storefronts occupied, most of them housing replacement, non-chain tenants, this nearly abandoned complex is a chilling stage for the modern retail apocalypse. This colossal monument to consumerism brings the entire economic drama full circle, proving an inescapable truth. Changes in societal habits are an unstoppable force that can topple even the most powerful commercial empires.
What do you think the downfall of the American shopping mall is?
It's all done on computer now. You can order anything on computer.
The internet killed the retail mall.
Yeah.
But look at this soda machine. This is probably one of the craziest things I've seen in an active business before. It's just open. They're just ripping stuff out of the walls and leaving all the sawdust on the ground. How decayed this mall has become, even just in the last year, is shocking, actually. The entrance. Look at this. All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back. So I've been meaning to make this video for a long time, and I feel like the time is now. I am standing in the parking lot of what's become known as the saddest mall in America. Here is the front sign. As you enter, we are in front of the Hamilton Mall in Mays Landing, New Jersey. So I'm not even sure. Forever 21 is no longer there. It's closed. I don't know about H&M. Bob's Furniture is about to close this year. It's closing. And Home Furnishing Warehouse opened last year, but they're already closing. Macy's is still there. We're going to get right into this. A lot of factors that play into the mall being the way it is. And just the dismal scene here of seeing like bags in the parking lot. Like, what even is that? A vacuum? Like a vacuum in a bag left in the parking lot, and some type of tarp or tent. The general lack of actually like cleaning up and maintaining the property here. I believe finished and opened in 1986 in the overflow parking lot of the Atlantic City Racecourse. The AC Racecourse and the success of it, the decline of it, and eventually the complete failure of it goes hand in hand with the Hamilton Mall. Built right next to it, 14 miles from Atlantic City, right on the Black Horse Pike, right next to the entrance to the Atlantic City Expressway, in a great location. But as you all know, malls all over the country are failing and closing. I'm basically just going to bring my car around, park it right here for the day, and I'm going to bring you all with me as we explore the Hamilton Mall here in Mays Landing, New Jersey. I believe has about 40 stores left out of 130 possible storefronts, making it definitely a dead mall. It's not a dying mall. At this point, it's a dead mall. I would say around 30% capacity. They lost Sears in 2018, and J.C. Penney around the same time. So 2 of the 3 anchors are gone. The only remaining one left is Macy's. Such an intriguing part of American culture, the mall. All right, so I'm just gonna walk along here, check out the other doors to the Sears, film a little bit, and then we're gonna head into the entrance of the mall, and I'm gonna show you guys how few stores are actually left compared to how many used to be there. Look at this. This is the old entrance. This was like the main entrance here. Like, there was definitely times when it was hard to even get a spot in this parking lot. And now you could take any spot you want. Let's see if we can see to this entrance. Somebody tried to pull the door open. I do have footage of like the last week that Sears was open somewhere on one of my hard drives. So if I'm able to find that, I can include it in this video.
Sears just can't compete, and it's sad, but you know, life goes on.
Sears had a good run.
They didn't want to catch up with the times, I guess.
They had a good run.
They did have a good run, because Sears is just legendary, so let's go see this.
Look how, like, this is like a monarchy, this entranceway right here. Like, the letters are taller than our truck probably in real life. Someone's gonna buy those letters. Look at just this sign though, dude. Like how outdated everything is in here.
Are they still closing here?
70 to 75% off. Serious. Dude, everything's empty. This is so crazy. Everything's empty. That's how crazy it's getting in here. They're selling the racks and everything. Wow. Talk about a dead mall though, dude. Sears going out does not rain good news for the rest of this mall.
No, it doesn't, because we were just saying, like, no one's going to be able to come in to this part of the mall and be able to afford the rent. Like, it's huge.
Do have mattresses 70% off. Look at this, like, these racks. Like, there's nothing in here. It's so crazy. This is literally going to be abandoned, this whole place. I don't know, but 20 bucks for these if you had a store. Like, that's pretty cheap, pretty good deal, honestly.
Put that in
5, 10, and this is 20. The classic Sears racks, too. That's what's cool about them. This isn't just disregard, dude, for all claims. Like, why do they even have a vacuum right there? Someone bought these. Like, the sign that was up there. That's so crazy. I kind of want it.
How do you think someone bought it?
They bought some of the letters. Because that's not all of them.
Oh, yeah, right.
So this was all Sears all the way along here. It's just a massive freaking building. Okay, so this was one of the main entrances here to Sears. And they had a Sears everything. So let's see, are we even able to see inside? Not really. There is a light on though. Could you imagine them paying the electric bill for this? Kind of able to see into what used to be here. This would have been an entrance for sure. I'm not sure, what is that, like a coat check right there? No idea. But here's a little bit of information. Believable. Like, here's when it was built. 1986. I think that's for the owner. But just look at this. This is what the mall looks like, the entrance to one of the biggest retail giants in the country, Sears. Obviously, they're not here anymore, but it's just wild to see. You do gotta ask the question, how did we get to this point? This place used to be freaking popping off. And now it's like, I'm be surprised if they covered their expenses with what they make having this place open. But here's one of the main entrances. So this was the entrance all the way directly next to Sears. And to be honest, the mall sign itself looks fine. There's really nothing wrong with it. And as far as I can tell, the restaurants are doing decent here. So the mall hours still are 10 to 9 p.m. and then Sunday 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Let's see. Use other door. Okay, so a mall being dead is some of the doors not even working at all. Like, they're just shutting the doors off instead of fixing them. And look at this carpeting right here. You got to think anyone in their right mind would want to change this carpeting out if they had the chance. So, like, if I went to grab the door, there's no handle. Please use other door. Who wrote that sign? So we do have a little reflection of the Crab du Jour, but here is the top floor. Here's the bottom floor. So over here, this would have been Sears. So we entered in from this side of the mall. We're over on this side. And then this is the home living furniture store, but is closing soon actually. And then the Macy's is still open. So this is another thing that they've been doing for a while, is putting advertisements for stores that are still here in empty store fronts to make it look a little more active, but also just to advertise the stores that are actually still here. This would be for Hot Topic, is putting a display in this empty store. And then there's like a little seat right there, which is kind of weird. For being so empty, the plants are actually looking pretty healthy, getting a lot of natural sunlight up from this skylight here. So this kids' play area was put in relatively recently. It wasn't installed that long ago, but yet they removed the actual play, the features. There was like fish and dolphins in here. They removed them instead of fixing them. And I'm guessing just because they didn't want to have to pay the cost to replace them, they just got rid of them. And the lights are just still on back there. Who pays the electric bill in here? All right, so my plan is to put this GoPro on my bag here and walk through, and with everybody, you can count with me on this one. We're gonna count how many storefronts are actually empty, because there is a lot of stores still open in here, but the amount that are closed is what's alarming. All right, so starting with Sears, one of the anchor stores, closed, boarded off. It's been like that for years. So first 3 stores here, 1, 2, 3, all empty. Across the way, there's an empty store to start. Then that's something. And then the Starcade, which has been there for years. So far, 1 anchor store, 4 empty storefronts. Whatever this was, oh, see, there's whatever this was originally, I don't know, then they turned it into something else, but this is an empty one, so that's 5. This one's empty, that's 6. It says we've moved, but to Atlantic City, I guess they moved. It's crazy. I can see some of the features from the kids area in the back of there. So here's a kiosk. They just put it away, tucked it into this empty store. But if you look all the way beyond the kiosk, back there, that's where some of the features from the kid area went. I guess they were too far gone to use still, so they just put them in here. This is crazy to see, because this was actually open last year this time, and I bought stuff in here for my wife, and we went in as a family to this store. So Forever 21 was a double store that spanned bottom floor to top floor, and it is completely gone. Gone, gone, gone. Forever 21, gone. Huge storefront too. This is just a massive, massive, massive piece of the reason why people come here is one of the reasons. Fast fashion for sure, not great quality, but definitely one of the bigger stores that was still here up until last year. The carousel doesn't work anymore?
It has to work. It has up there the signs. They just don't say when it opens.
What happened to all the stores?
Moved out.
Moved out?
I was thinking people could move back in.
Move back in?
Yeah, if they had different ideas, like turn it to a studio, call the people who used to be television and movie stars and see if they want to open up a business to talk about things, and maybe have an all-night library.
An all-night library?
Yeah, you come in here and read, talk quiet.
I think libraries are closing down too though, huh?
Well, if somebody comes in here and wants to start cooking, they can always just eat and read, you know. We'll go from one side to the other. I mean, we got to come up with something novel with all this room we have available. So.
We'll see what happens. I mean, up until last year, this was open, this store here, so
Yeah,
they're going out. It's getting pretty dismal.
people are staying home, they say, they don't really want to come out. It's more comfortable at home.
More comfortable at home. All right, have a good day. She said turn it into an all-night library. That's a good idea. If we count this one here on the end, I think we're at 8 empty stores plus the Sears, and that includes the Forever 21. So 9 total. The H&M is open, but then there's this one's empty, then we have a Victoria's Secret here. There's a dress store that's open, but these 2 are closed, and then this store here is open. Oh wait, no it's not. The lights are just on, but it's actually closed. It's permanently closed. We're grateful for your support over the years. They have 3 other locations nearby. They did a decent job of blocking it off so you can't see what was inside. Okay, this right here is the store counter camera. So we have T-Mobile, Tilly's, both closed. Corner store closed. This store closed just with an advertisement in the window. This is closed. Store closing, but still open. K Jewelers is open. And then we have corner store on this side of the mall. There and there both closed. I'm definitely missing some because there's little stores down each one of these hallways. But as I can see, 2 of the 3 down this way are closed. This is going to be hard to even count how many are actually closed. This stretch here is 1, 2, 3 in a row closed. All right, so once you head into the actual mall from the Macy's side, you'll run into a whole cluster of abandoned stores here. There's like 6 abandoned stores. But look at this soda machine. This is probably one of the craziest things I've seen in an active business before. It's completely empty. There's graffiti on it, and look at this. It's just open. Like it's just not even unplugged. Wow. That's next level. Plus this TV is just off and pushed underneath there. Why don't they just throw it out at that point? We're heading upstairs. Heading upstairs, it's gonna look like they got some serious leaks in the ceiling, as shown by this bucket being right here. That just means that this whole ceiling is leaking. And instead of fixing the leak, they just put this gross bucket here for people to just slip and fall on. That has to be a nightmare for the managers of this place to just leave wet tile floors on the stairs. So the GNC's gone. I'm assuming, yeah, I can see on the roof. This is another area of concern where the roof is leaking, and they just put a trash can underneath. There actually is a salon back here that's still open, but that one's empty. And this was, I believe, Carter's, the kids store, which was open not that long ago. You can kind of see in. Oh, it smells like mold up here though. I can smell it now. I'm used to knowing what the smell is because of what I do for a living, but it would be interesting to just walk through one of these stores. But yeah, they did a decent job covering up what it used to look like in there. Let me see if I can look in with this. Oh yeah, you can see what's in the store. Not really that exciting, but the caution tape's being held up by, I guess you recycle old electronics in this machine here. If you look at what's going on right here in this little V area, they have all these buckets and trash cans to catch all the water coming from the leaks in the ceiling. Look at the ceiling. The ceiling is raw. And instead of trying to fix it, they probably just don't have the money, so they have to just catch. Look at this bucket. Is almost half full. No way. That's next level. Wow. You can legitimately see the black mold. This was PacSun. This was actually open like maybe last year. 2 years ago. They still have the sign up. PacSun, one of the most popular mall stores back in the day. This is just an empty store. I have no idea what it actually was. Pro Image Sports. I'm not sure. Whoa. Wait a second. Oh, what? No way. The Zoomies is gone. I actually thought this was one of the last stores that was still here. It looks really small with nothing inside. Wow. Zoomies is gone. That's crazy. I thought this was hanging on. This was the Rainbow store. The sign is still lit, and they have each little department. The signs are still up. Shoes Plus, Juniors, 2 lime green chairs in the back, a pallet just sitting there, and then across from it was American Eagle. Done, closed. Hot Topic is still open. This was a bunch of different stores over the years. I mean, you can see like when they closed, whoever was here last, they left a whole bunch of stuff. Just left it behind. Didn't even bother taking it. That's crazy. And then next here, both of the Journey stores are open, and then the food court is popping. But Claire's is finally closed. This was like open last year, literally. I really feel like I got Christmas presents here last year. I think I did. I'm kind of feeling the nostalgia. Maybe I should get Annie Ann's, I don't know, maybe not. But the food court is actually doing pretty crazy considering. Well, what do they have left? The pizza place is gone, which I kind of figured. It wasn't really my favorite pizza anyway. But it was there for a very long time. At least some type of restaurant was here. This one's closed, this one's closed. But then they do have a row of four stores still open. The Foot Locker is still here. Wow. I'm gonna get a coffee here at the California smoothie shake place. Let's see what kind of coffee they have. I actually don't even want all this. I just really didn't want the styrofoam cup. Even just the complete disregard for cleanliness and seeing how dirty the chairs are in the cafeteria area makes you know they just don't have the money to do anything. They can't even clean them or replace the chairs because there's really no point. If I had to say for a personal rating out of 1 to 10 for me today, right now, alone without my family, if I brought my family here, the rating would drop substantially, just simply due to the fact that of the cleanliness of the place, the fact that there's mold everywhere and there's trash cans filled with water dripping down from the roof. That does not, and just like the cleanliness of the chairs and all aspects of the fact that possibly my daughter would be crawling on the floor, touching this, touching that. So rating as an individual adult, I would have to give them all today, right now, a 7 out of 10, which is a really high rating. The reality is you're basically alone in here. You can walk around, get exercise. There is stores open still. Victoria's Secret still holding it down. You could go to the Foot Locker. I did actually end up buying stuff from Toys R Us, and it was on sale. The reality is, pretty good experience overall, and I probably will do some Christmas shopping here this year. I already bought 2 things from the Toys R Us. All in all, you know, not too bad. As far as a family-friendly type of situation, I'm gonna have to say it's not anymore. I'm gonna walk through the end of this mall and back to where I started, and then go downstairs and out the exit. Food court's pretty well off. It's doing decent. If you guys enjoyed this type of video and you want to see other dead malls around where I live, because I know of a couple other ones that are pretty grim. I mean, there's one in Atlantic City that has probably only 3 stores left. This one has like 40, maybe 30 something. So I could do more videos just like this. And if you guys are invested in the story of the Hamilton Mall, I will continue to make them. I can make a part 2 in the future. So just let me know in the comments and hit that thumbs up if you like the video. If you got here somehow and you're just here for the very first time, definitely subscribe to the channel, because I will be making more content like this in the future. Drinking my coffee and about to walk the rest of the mall. As I said before, the Foot Locker is still open. You guys are staying open for a while longer? Like the other Foot Locker closed? You guys aren't closing anytime soon? He said they're not closing anytime soon. Well, I don't know if he knows for sure, but he just said no. So here we are. We're at the whole total end of the other mall. Look at this though. I don't even see how this is legal. They're just ripping stuff out of the walls and leaving all the sawdust on the ground. There's like a center kiosk covered up, half-ass covered with a sheet. And then once you get down to this end of the mall, wow. This whole place is just ripped apart. Look at this. Crazy. The Spencer's is still here. This is like the printer, fax machine printer that they took out in the field in that movie Office Space and had their way with it. Spencer's is still down here, but Spencer's is the same company as Spirit Halloween. So like, even if they literally lost money having this store open, they still wouldn't lose money. Oh, Level Up's gone though. I honestly thought this was still here. They used to sell used video games and things in here. Wow. Level Up is gone. It was like a comic book video game store. The escape room's closed, obviously. And then the record store at the end is open. Been open. Wow. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the inside of this place. There's just stuff everywhere. Wow, they left all that in there. That is crazy. It's like not even locked, I don't think. So this would have been the entrance from the inside of the mall into the Sears. Wow. No way. I had to get my phone out. This is crazy. It smells like mold, but somebody ripped the side of this off of here and you can actually see the inside of what used to be Sears. What? How far gone how decayed this mall has become, even just in the last year, is shocking, actually. The entrance, look at the carpet for one thing. Right when you walk in, you're blocked by all this. Trash cans to catch the water from the roof. Hey, look at this. What's going on? Have you worked here for a long time?
No, I just started.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I was wondering, because I was here like last year and there was a lot more stores then even.
Yeah, I guess everybody's deciding they want to move out. I don't know.
All at the same time?
Not all at the same time. You have once a month or something happen.
What do you think the downfall of the American shopping mall is? What's the main factor causing it?
That I do not know, because there's a lot of them that are still up and running, having all the plenty of the stores, but I think Amazon and all eBay and all them, they all decided because of it's all done on computer now. You can order anything on computer.
So it's online is what killed it.
Yeah.
So the internet killed the retail mall.
Yeah.
Video killed the radio star.
Yep. Talk to you later.
Have a good day, dude. What was your name?
Eric.
Eric. Good meeting you.
Good meeting you too.
So as for the saddest mall in America, I can't rightfully say because I don't have really much to compare it to. And I had a pretty good experience here today. That guy was cool. He was the only security guard I ran into the whole time, which says something because I was in here just filming, using this like my own film shoot, and nobody said anything until there at the very last minute. There is the Starcade. That's cool. And then we got that Forever 21. And we're going over here to exit. Is that what that sounds like? Listen. That's heavy. It smells in here. All right, let's just hope that, because I parked so far away from everything else, that the car's still intact over there. But yeah, so that's it. That is the dead mall of Mays Landing, New Jersey, the Hamilton Mall. I do not have a good feeling about this place being open. I would say in 3 years, unless something changes drastically, there is no freaking way that this place can maintain being open. Something could change. I don't know. The trees and the landscaping actually is still pretty nice. Like, this looks great. These things are super cool. If I had to run it down, like, this is like probably my third childhood mall. Let's say Coventry Mall in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, the Shore Mall, which is in Egg Harbor Township, and that closed when I was like 15 or something. And then this one, the Hamilton Mall. It was always like, you go to the Shore Mall if you want a little bit of a mall experience. You go to the Hamilton Mall if you want the full mall experience. Now you can't really go to any of them because you're not going to get the full mall experience anywhere around here. That experience just doesn't exist anymore. It's kind of sad. Walking away, I couldn't help but feel a deep yearning for a time and place that no longer exists. The visit allowed me to reconnect with a more vibrant and carefree period, making me realize just how much has changed, both in my own life and in the world. No matter the future of the Hamilton Mall, it will always hold a sentimental place in the hearts of entire generations. People who consider it their mall. So many will cherish the fond memories they shared right here at the Hamilton Mall.